I just need a reason. I just need to know what's on your mind. Tell me what you're needing. You can call my name, I'll be around.
Alright, rolling here. I got my buddy O on the phone. He's in traffic in Atlanta, ATL. Where you say Tucker or Decatur?
That's Tucker, yeah.
To be exact. So he's gonna probably slip up, say some words and whatnot, but it's cool.
No, we're gonna try not to. We're gonna try not to.
Alright. First question, man, right off the riff, man, is Hot Bodies. What's going on over at Hot Bodies, man?
I know, right? Everybody's leaving.
I saw Mason Fuller, or the Fullers leave, both of them, right?
Yeah, they go as a team, I suppose. The kids and the dad.
So they left. Felong left.
Yep.
Cole Ogden's still with him?
Well, I asked some people last week when I was racing at Loganville, and they said he's staying. So
okay.
I don't know what the deal is, honestly.
Right. I sent a post out on my Facebook, and like my Facebook is all the people on my Facebook are people in RC that are contributing people. I don't add anybody to my Facebook that's not contributors. Or
right.
You know, like they add me on Facebook and I go to theirs and they have nothing about RC. They have something about cryptocurrency or Forex or something like that, you know, and I'm like, nah. So everybody that's on my Facebook is somebody that I value. So with that out of the way and that said, you know, I put on Facebook, I said, so what's going on at Hot Bodies? And somebody commented that Hot Bodies hasn't been paying the people their travel money. And the people been paying.
Yeah, I heard that.
Travel out there. That's why. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. I just saying I got a little close to the mailbox with my mirror.
Oh. But
this is the long cut through the neighborhood to get around to the road I need to be on so I can go home. And somebody wasn't giving me no room, so I got a little close to what I'm saying.
Right.
It's okay.
So what you think about them saying that Hot Bodies has been paying like travel? So these people have been guys have been paying out of their own pocket.
RcVitals was the first one to come out and said that publicly.
Okay.
And I'm sure he's not the only one. So I'm assuming the talk today was that the Fullers had another year on the contract. So obviously you're not going to stay if somebody's not paying your travel, and that's the agreement, right? So
right.
So the only person I know that as of today is still there is Cole Ogden. That's, you know, fast guy.
Right.
A lot of the locals around Loganville are, I mean, a couple have left, but they're not really, you know, super fast guys.
Right.
Buddy Curtis left. He's been with Hot Bodies for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he got some up his sleeve.
Right.
He's I don't know if he's the U.S. manager for Ogo Tires or the Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
But so maybe he's going somewhere else. Try to be a manager.
Right. So the question is Hot Bodies going under?
You know, Keenan on his podcast earlier, I watched a little bit of it, said that they sent a note out to the drivers that don't go nowhere. They're restructuring, like they're moving into a different warehouse and this and that. And I don't know, but why wouldn't you pay your guys, you know?
Right.
That leaves the question. What's going on, right?
Right. And you don't hear nothing about that two-wheel they came out with.
Oh, no, it's a turd. Yeah, it was a turd. And they should have just bought Associated cars and put their stickers on it. It would have been cheaper.
And You had Pavita Sleeve and then what, Little Bump
Yeah.
left?
Pavitas it went to Sparco. Tyler Jones is at Sparco. Supposedly Cav's going to Sparco.
Really?
He left WRC today.
Yeah, I saw his post say he left WRC, but I didn't know he was thinking about Sparco.
Yeah, so again on Keenan's site, they were saying he couldn't go to X-Ray because he's with Schumacher, and Schumacher does 2-year deals. So he was only on year number 1.
Mm.
So I heard like he was leaving Schumacher, but obviously I don't think he is.
I know one thing about Cav, man, and he has built the most kits out of any of the top pro drivers.
Oh man, he probably knows ins and outs of all these cars. Last 4 or 5 years, he's had about every one of them.
I mean, not knocking Cav, he's cool. Like, I like Cav, you know, but it's like, but then again, with all that knowledge, wouldn't he be the one that you would want on your team because he's tested and driven and raced all those cars?
Yeah, but how much testing has he really done?
I don't know.
You ever see him post a video of him testing?
WRC cars I saw, but not 1 or 2 tent scales, you know.
When you're at a race and it's Friday and you're testing, that's not testing, that's practice.
Right.
You see a lot of the other guys that have YouTube or have a lot of social media, like Spencer and Mayfield.
Yeah, they're starting to, you know, speaking of the social media, you know, I've been telling people from the beginning, now I'm seeing that some of the people are starting to sell shirts now.
Yeah, that's been last couple weeks. That's been pretty hot.
You know what I mean?
I think Ryan Lutz has got some coming, and even some of the B-level drivers. I think, Miss Bella Rogers has got some coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Hey, buddy, if I could afford it,
You see?
I'd have my own shirts. Come on.
I'm just like, wow.
C-Man Psychic would have his own line of swag.
It must have been watching RcVitals. What you think?
Yeah, well, you know, this swag coming up is kind of like where I was wanting you to kind of get a little bit more flashy, you know?
Right. So another question is these drivers that we talk about, does anybody really know them? You know what I mean? Like, you know, back in the day, you could be at the track and you saw the pros and they race club races and stuff like that, and you knew them. Like back in the day, you know, my guy out in California was Derek Fatani, and I would just call SoCal Raceway and whatnot. He was always at SoCal. I think he worked there too, but it was like,
yeah,
people knew him. I don't know. I just get the feeling that the drivers now, we don't know them. Like, we see that.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. They're running more classes now than ever, more races than ever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Your top 10 or 12 guys are running 10 scale and 8 scale and traveling, racing 2 or 3 times a month.
Yeah.
Now, every race is a big race. Back then, the Nats or Reedy or something like that.
Right.
Now, every race is a big race, and it's usually out of town.
Right. What do you think about the drivers running 8 scale and 10 scale?
I mean,
Both.
That's what I do. I just go wherever the race is and where the fun is. I would like to. I mean, now that we don't have a 10 scale track until maybe Sean starts his back up. You know?
But do you think it's too much though? Like the top guys running both. Like, should they be a specialty in 8 scale or 10 scale and leave it at that instead of doing both?
Well, I mean, they don't want to be a specialized driver because the opportunity to make more money is open if you're running all the classes.
Right.
You know?
Right, right, right.
So I mean, like I don't know if any like back in the day, Reedy made some nitro motors.
right.
So you'd be on Reedy and you have it all. But now I don't think anybody does that. So I think Red used to have electric motors and gas or nitro motors, but
Mm-hmm.
you're just gonna get more money, obviously.
So
You'd be open to more products,
and
more sponsors.
That brings me into my next question. So little bumps at Kyosho, right?
Yeah.
That means he also signed to Schumacher today, or showed that he's with Schumacher.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty cool.
So that means that Kyosho is no longer in tent scale, like they done with tent.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about that though. We talked about the 2-year deal, so Schumacher for 2 years. Now, if Kyosho takes off with 8 scale and they're doing awesome, oh, dude, I just saw a shooting star, and they're doing awesome. Who's say they're not going to get back in that 10 scale, right?
Right.
Or update their cars they got.
Right.
But I thought about that. That kind of means that Kyosho really at the moment is not looking for 10 scale drivers, obviously, because
right.
they don't have a new car.
Right. How you think he's gonna do in 10 scale, man? I mean, I think it's pretty cool to see him at the track.
Oh, I mean, it's like on Garo, dude. Race car driver.
Yeah, but it's like a breath of fresh air with him being at the track, you know?
He'll probably love it. I don't know how much he's ever done.
Yeah.
But I don't see him being bad at it.
Right.
I just think the 2-wheel will just make him that much better, honestly.
Right. Where are they from?
And dude, he's only like 11 or 12 years old, so I mean.
Right.
That
iconic pass he put on Bornhorst, man. Bornhorst, when he...
Do you know how Bornhorst must have felt? He'd be like, damn, I got this sewed up. And then the little kid just jumps over his ass. It's like, uh-oh. Didn't see that coming.
Well, when I was watching that race, right? And in my mind, I was like, Bornhorst has to pass this kid. He has to beat this kid. He has to stay in front of this kid. Because if he doesn't, I don't think he'll ever beat this kid again.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, but the bigger A-scale cars are so, you drive them so hard that you could break some anytime. So
right.
I don't know about heads up, but yeah, he's gonna beat them. It's just a matter of how and when, right? So
right, but Bornhorst.
I mean, Joe's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Joe's gonna. You say he's been around a while, but he really hasn't had that breakout year. But he's pretty well due for. And S-Works behind him all the way. I think he's gonna have a good 2024.
Yeah. Well, Travis Pastrana said, age and treachery beats youth and speed anytime.
Yeah, I mean, so Fee is aggressive. He doesn't care. Not that he doesn't care.
Letting it all hang out.
Yeah, he didn't think about, what if I don't make it? He just said, hey, I think I can make it, and he went for it.
Yeah.
I would have been, ooh, what if I break the truck? Then you just got to say F it and send it. I mean, I don't know where else he could have done it at. I don't know if that was the last lap, like halfway through the last lap.
Right.
But, I mean, it was awesome. That's one of the best passes in the last couple of years.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I just think, how can I say, like in motocross, Cooper Webb read a comment from Ken Roxon, if any of y'all know about motocross. And Cooper Webb said when Ken Roxon made that comment on Instagram, it snapped in his head like, okay, this guy would never beat me again. And it was his point, like his, and it's kind of, almost true, So it was like, not saying the same, but it was like when I saw Bornhorst and that move, I was just like, man, he has to get back around this kid. Was it the last lap, last corner?
No, it wasn't last corner. It was like middleway.
Right.
Maybe there's 3-4 corners left, something like that.
Right.
But it wasn't the last corner, no.
Right.
I mean, they still fought all the way to the finish line.
Yeah. You think Bornhorst is doing better on S-Works now versus Techno?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He's racing a lot more.
Yeah. Probably getting paid more too. I think it fits. I think the whole team. I think everything fits them better.
Right. Like I said, they kind of, I don't know, kind of like a book out of X-Ray. They kind of work as a unit. That red shirt, as you say, the red shirt mafia.
Yeah. But here's the deal with that too, right? So we're all on the outside looking in, and it looks really awesome.
Right.
And X-Ray looks really awesome.
Right.
I mean, I've been around some guys though, and not all of them are super happy about anything.
Right.
Because everybody's always thinking, what's it like over there, or what's it like over there? You know?
Right.
That's just the nature of being, competitive and just like, is it better over there? You never really know till you go over there.
Right.
But if you go over there, maybe it's not. That's a bad deal, right?
Right. Hey, what you think about Schumacher cars? Have you ever looked at them in person? Their tint scales, I mean?
I mean, not really. I'll be honest, I really haven't.
It's just that belt thing kind of freaks me out. That tension in the belt.
Well, the four-wheel drive, but they got it figured out pretty good. But still, they have issues now and then, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get some of the pros they got drive really hard.
Right.
And so they're really pushing them cars, and I'm sure they're flexing pretty good.
Right.
So that's the problem with the belt. The flex and the belt coming loose or skipping.
Right.
I don't know that their cars do that. I'm sure there's a tensioner on there or something that self-adjusts maybe. Like I said, I'm not really sure. I'm just guessing.
Right.
But you probably don't have a lot of drivetrain loss with the belt.
Right. Speaking of tent scale cars, man, you think we'll ever see that Mugen car on the track, the Mugen tent scale?
Yeah, they're supposed to come out with it, race it, 2024.
Okay. I messaged Adam Drake, and I messaged him. I said, "Hey, you going to the Clash?" he messaged me back. He goes, "When is it?" And I gave him the dates, and I was just like, "Yeah, I don't think he's going to the Clash."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Adam's going to be doing it, but we'll see.
It would be cool to see him back in tent scale, though.
Well, 3 or 4 years ago or so, maybe 5, I don't know, but he had a contract with PR Racing, and he tested and helped them develop a few little things on their 4-wheel drive, I know.
Right.
And he had club raced it a little bit.
Right.
That's been a while. But, I mean, he grew up racing tent scale, so I'm sure he didn't forget.
Right. Right. Have you heard a rumor? Like I said, this is our 2 cents. This ain't, just I have to put that out there like that, But have you heard a rumor of Associated coming out for new 2-wheel?
I don't know if it's going to be a new 2-wheel. There might be an updated 2-wheel, but you talk to the insider people, and even they don't even tell you. I mean,
right.
You're like, yeah, we're working on something, but they're always working on something.
Because the reason I brought that up is because Dustin Evans, somebody asked him that question on his Facebook Live, and he pretty much gave
earlier today.
Yeah, he pretty much gave the the generic answer. We're always working on something.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to give. But I honestly don't know. Like, I haven't heard anything from the any guys I hang out with. I really don't know.
Right.
There was a whole lot. Well, the new nitro car wasn't a rumor. That was a given. You know, they've been running that thing for like 6 months. So.
Oh, the new car?
Yeah.
Who's the engineer at Associated nowadays? I used to know.
I don't know. Winger's helping them out a lot.
Okay.
Like, he prototypes a lot of stuff, and then they go and run it, and then, you know.
Yeah, I used to know, like, the engineers and stuff like that, and ever since Eller left and Cody Newmandahl left, you know,
Yeah, Newmandahl was one of the ones that designed the V6.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say that was a good design there.
Yeah, he went to Raw Speed, I think he's designing at Raw Speed.
I think he got a real job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that, like, pays real money.
Oh.
He might be over there tinkering. I don't know what he's doing, you know, but...
Right. I know he rode...
I heard he got a real engineering job.
Yeah, I know he rode bikes a lot. Road bike.
Yeah, I think him and Evans are buddies.
Yeah.
I guess he's from Colorado also.
Yeah, I think so. I know he's living in California still. Hey, do you see TLR coming out with a new car?
Man, I hadn't heard nothing, dude. I don't know.
And it's the same answer. If you ask anybody with TLR, it's the same. It's kind of like they had a seminar, and they're like, if somebody asked this is what you say.
Oh, no. It's the same thing as the fake news. Every news channel has the same, just different anchors with the same, you know, message, right?
Right.
I guess they got an email that says, this is what you need to say. There's no new car.
Well, when I ask, you know, so the people on the team, it's like, why come out for a new car? The car's still winning.
I mean, who's winning with the car? Dakota? That car ain't nothing like you get in the box.
No.
That ain't the same car.
No.
The damn stadium truck's a Vision or whatever?
I don't even know.
With a low-C gearbox on it?
I don't even know. Like when, you know.
Because Stackowitz always runs that thing.
And
then he had one that had the shaft drive to the back because it was, you know, for carpet.
Not knocking TLR or anything like that, you know. I got some buddies that run TLR and stuff like that.
Oh, man, just be honest.
But
that car is only 5 years behind a quick change transmission.
When I modded, I think I might have said this in an interview or something, or on my video. Ain't nobody interviews me. But when I modded the car and I did all those mods, and I got to the track, and I was just like, and then when I got
ran into each other.
Then when I got to
a car accident. Whoops.
When I got to the track, I was like, I found out there was more stuff in there's more mods that were needed to be done. So it was like, man, you know, like I said in one of my videos, I felt like Nicolas Cage in National Treasure.
Yeah.
A clue. Oh, you got that clue. Now another clue.
Yeah. No, that's right. Now, I'll be honest with you. When you do a setup and you try to copy somebody's setup, you can't just do 2 out of the 3 things they got on there. You really got to do all of them.
Yeah. And
because it's like you making a pizza, but you don't put pepperonis on it.
But the thing is,
who the hell wants a cheese pizza?
But the thing is, they don't tell that you got to be Inspector Gadget and find that stuff out. And when I added up all the mods and stuff I done to that car, like the arms, shot caps, finding shot caps, just little stuff here and there, I probably had about, I'll say $100 to $150 of mods in that car.
Oh, I'm sure you had more than that, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's when I knew that was my breaking point, where I was like, okay, but the car was phenomenal on carpet, man. I love racing that TLR car on carpet, but on dirt, I was just like, yep, I'm done. Like they broke me.
Well, listen, the PR Racing's V4 version of their two-wheel has a quick change diff case.
Yeah.
That car is $270.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the TLR 5.0 Elite is not $270.
I think they still wanting almost close to full price for it.
So,
but I don't know.
If the PR Racing car has a quick change diff case,
yeah,
and TLR car does not, think about that.
Yeah, but and then again, going back to like Brent's podcast with Mayfield, when you have $1 million or so of kits in your warehouse, you're not gonna come out for a new car.
Well, yeah, you're right. But they could sell the car and then sell the diff case as an upgrade for $25.
Right.
But you have to engineer and produce the case. You could sell that as an upgrade. You don't have to take all the kits off the shelf. You can have a 5.1 Elite in a year from now when you sell all those kits.
But at the same time, like you just said, the same car that everybody is running at TLR isn't the same car in the box that you get in the box. And that's kind of...
Well, I'm sure the car in the box was just like the B6 was I'm not sure. I'm guessing it was for more of a dirt track. Not like outdoor dirt, but like an indoor, but not super high grip, right? So
right.
The pivot points, the rear arm's different, probably the dog bone length,
Right.
A lot of new cars got a wider pivot with a longer dog bone. So,
right.
And then on carpet, they use using the four-wheel drive rear arms. TLR may be using it all the time. It's got different geometry. It might be a little, have more golding in it, so it lowers the hub.
Aftermarket shock bodies. That was where I kind of drew it. That was like, I did all the mods. And then when I got to those 13 mil shock bodies, I think Avid or somebody.
It was Avid, yeah.
I was just like, man, I'm not spending that. I was kind of like Tracy Morgan, like, no, I'm not doing it. Nope, not today. No.
I'm telling you, you need to bust out that really heavy gargantuan B6 you got.
I was just like, nah. And there's people there that they bought the Avid shock bodies and everything, and I'm thinking, when it was at the Nationals, I was looking at my car, and I'm like, man, there's nothing on this car except the chassis, steering, rear ball stud mount, and transmission.
I'm telling you, we race against a lot of TLR cars at Hobbytown. Every time they take the big jumps, they just don't land the same.
Right.
So I don't know what's up with the shocks, but 12 mil TLR shocks to 12 mil AE shocks. Like my car would just land and go.
Right.
And their car is just bouncing. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. You're using thin pistons, you might want to take them out.
Right.
So bigger, more,
right.
More issues than just the parking lot.
Right. So what's up with your you sponsored this season?
I am sponsored, yeah.
You bona fide.
Thanks for asking. Bona fide, yeah. I got papers and everything.
You got papers and everything.
Yeah. I will be with Team Exalt.
Okay.
Just ordered up some stuff last night.
Okay.
Easy Customs is still painting C-Main Sidekick bodies.
Right.
And then we're on with on designs. Be running the VP Pro Tires for 8 scale.
Right. Tyrone,
great dude.
Right.
If y'all don't know about Raceline Designs, you gotta check them out.
Do you hear much out of Rhino?
Well, Ryan lives up towards Tennessee in North Georgia, I think.
Okay.
So he don't come down every weekend or nothing like that. Gotta be a big race to make it worth his while, right?
Right.
He's
Yeah.
oops, sorry about that.
Run off the road.
But super, yeah, it's no big deal. But they're super helpful, man. I love Tyrone. Every time I see him, I just have a good time, and he's been good to me. So, like to support him, and tested some of the tires last weekend at Loganville, and they working pretty good. So, I think I'm going to stick with that next year.
Okay.
At least for the 8 scale. The 10 scale tires, he doesn't have any in right now, but mainly he's just going to stick with the 8 scale. But he's going to have some 10 scale because Sean runs some races, locally outdoors, 10 scale, and so he'll have some tires for the buggies, and he'll have short course tires.
Speaking of
We're working
Sean,
on getting which ones we want to. Which ones he's asked me to pick out which ones I think he should order. So we'll have those come in a couple months.
Speaking of Sean, I guess he's gonna open his track up.
Yeah, Sweetwater. That's what he said. Currently, it's a hybrid dirt/asphalt.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest, a little rough on the cars.
Okay.
But he said he is pulling the concrete off because when he first built it, it was a dirt track.
Uh-huh.
So I think if he goes back dirt, it's more like a traditional dirt track.
Mm-hmm.
Even with some crazy elevation like Sean likes to do, that would be super awesome, and I'm excited about that if it goes back dirt. Plus, he's talking about possibly a dirt oval.
Okay.
On the property because he's got a pretty big piece of land. Okay.
What do you think about the Nationals at Beach Hobbies?
Yeah, let's talk about that. I think it's awesome.
Right.
But here's the damn thing that's going to happen because I'm old, so I have a daughter, and she wants to get married, and guess what weekend she decided she wants to get married in 2024?
Oh, that April weekend.
Yep.
Oh.
So guess who's not going?
Oh.
Unless, of course, she changes the date. It's still up in the air, but
right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I got that news last night.
Oh. Did you tell them that they couldn't get married then? They got to wait.
I tell y'all, that's BS. You need to change the date on that, bud.
My thing is parking.
Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to tell me because I won't be there. I'm sure being at beach and it's a qualifier for the 2025 Worlds.
Yeah, it's gonna be packed.
It's gonna be packed, but it's gonna be huge probably.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a chance I'll leave the wedding and go straight to Myrtle Beach and watch the mains. You never know.
Right. Yeah, that was just my thing is the parking. Like, do you think this Roar National will have more racers than Masters of Dirt?
I don't know about that. There's less classes and it's gonna be more expensive, more days, more serious. You go to Masters and you have you go to race, but you end up just having fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of those fun having people aren't going to be there at the Nationals.
Good time, none of the good time people.
No, I mean there's still gonna be good time people there, but
right.
The pros are less likely to stay out late and get hungover.
Right.
Not saying any names, but I've seen a couple. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, like I said, like well, he, kind of like would they have all right, you can come in, park, set up your pit area, but you got to move to I think it's the Dollar General down the road or something, unless he could talk. Well, now that's out of the question. I was about to say, unless he could talk to the tow truck driver next door.
No, man, that's 5 days, right?
Yeah.
Open Wednesday, you set up, then Thursday, Friday. Yeah, that's like 5 days.
Yeah.
Well, am I not wrong to say that there used to be a Toys R Us down at the end of the street?
I was thinking it's Toys R Us
Isn't that parking lot still empty?
Dollar General.
Oh, it's the Dollar General now?
The one that's on the right, like, so say you leave out a beach and you take a left, it's down on the right next to AutoZone and Dollar General.
No, it was like across the street, like, or maybe it was as you were going to like the Chick-fil-A. There was a Toys R Us that closed. Anyways, yeah, he's gonna have parking somewhere, shuttled in or something.
Right.
Like drop your stuff off out front, or leave your car at whatever hotel you're staying at, and just get Ubered in.
Right. And plus, he's got a good surface too.
Oh yeah, everybody already knows what it's gonna be like.
Yeah. I wonder how long in the works he's been planning this.
I don't know, man, because...
Or you think it was right after Sean had his?
I think it happened as they were at the Nationals at Hobbytown. I think they were asking racers what they thought. And now that Brant's on the board of Roar or whatever, he's like competition director or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's Lance. Anyways, he's on the board. Like, they ask him what's up, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So yeah, I don't know when all that happened and what order, but Roar definitely needed some different folks in there, you know?
I don't know, when like this last Roar that I went to, I paid the membership. How many of those Roar races I'm gonna run, paid the membership, I paid the race, and that right there was expensive. And then, to be honest, I kind of wasn't impressed in kind of like how they did some things.
Yeah, it didn't seem like
it didn't seem prestigious.
It wasn't. It didn't seem at all. That's the first one I ever went to.
Yeah.
And I wasn't impressed even a little bit.
Yeah. It did.
I've been to club races that was more organized than that.
It didn't seem prestigious. So the last Roar National I went to was 1995 in Savannah, and it was the who's who was there. And
damn, if you skip another how many years is that? You skip another 30 years, we'll be all in walkers and using canes and stuff.
And like I said, back then it was the who's who, and at this one here, it just didn't seem. I don't know. It just didn't seem, like I said, prestigious. Like it was just. I don't know.
No, it did not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, after I spent that money, I felt a little robbed, I guess.
If you were sore, what you're saying?
Yeah, I was a little sore. Yeah. And nothing to do with like the facility or anything like that. I think the facility was like phenomenal. Extra parking, walking distance restaurants, stuff like that. But it was just the organization of Roar. And then, also people was trying to blame stuff kind of like on Sean and the facility and stuff, and they didn't kind of know, like, at a certain point the owners and Sean step back and Roar comes in and do their thing.
Well, yeah, there was one idiot on the message on Facebook or whatever that was blaming the facility, and he's obviously didn't know what he was talking about.
Right.
And I had to shut him down real quick. Because I don't always agree with the things that Sean does. But also, I like Sean. right?
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what Sean wanted to put out, that's what Sean put out. And I had fun, but I don't see that Sean did anything wrong with the racing, because all he was there to do was make sure the track was good,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And Roar ran everything else.
Right.
So, because somebody forgot to do what they're supposed to do, whatever, you know, with the scoring or
Yeah.
that debacle.
They tried to blame that on Sean too.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
If it was up to Sean, it would have been rocket round, and every qualifier would have been a race. So.
Yeah. And then, you know, like I said, the facility had enough parking to where there's a couple people there camping out. Like, they brought their campers and...
Oh, yeah, I was one of them. I stayed
RVs.
I stayed in Ryan's trailer all weekend.
Yeah, RVs. So, you know, the facility, like it had everything there, you know, so it was like, it was...
Yeah, I mean, there was plenty of restaurants.
Yeah.
Just right down the street. Not that they were great restaurants.
Like, I ain't knocking...
For some reason in Columbus,
I ain't knocking...
they didn't have a class on servers.
I ain't knocking, you know, Myrtle Beach or anything like that. But the few times that I've left beach hobbies on foot to walk to a restaurant, yeah, man, it was, it had a brother a little nervous, man. You know, it had...
Man, they just need to hold a dollar, man. They need some more,
it had me a little,
oh, man, I need some Go Fast every now and then.
Especially that gas station that's like in walking distance to beach.
Oh, yeah. There's two of them down there across the street from each other. They both sketchy as hell.
I walked to that one, and I was just like, oh, gosh, man. Like,
next time you're gonna wear your running shoes.
And
I don't know if it's that bad, but yeah, I know what you're thinking. I mean, but I work in that environment every day, so.
Your spidey sense is always tingling?
There's certain stores I don't try to stay at after 5 o'clock in the evenings. Once you hear the gunfire, it's time to go home.
It's time to go home. Yeah. Not to say, you know, not all Myrtle Beach is like that, but there are some questionable. That's what I want to say. Questionable areas. They're questionable.
Yeah, this last time it was all right. I didn't really until we got over closer to the beach and we were trying to find something to eat, and all those kids with their damn squatted trucks and their Tahoes. And
Hooters off the question. Don't go to Hooters at Myrtle Beach.
No. That one year was awesome.
Yeah.
And every time since then, it's like not awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason, you're like, dirty shoes, can't come back to this one.
Well, me and Tom went, and they served us.
Don't take Tom to a restaurant with you.
They served us drinks. Yeah, it's me, Tom, and I think Brian Robinson. They served us drinks, but they never came back and asked us what we wanted to eat. So it was like we sat there, I want to say 45 minutes to almost an hour, and then we were just like, all right, let's go grab some Mexican. Yeah,
I mean, most of the girls that work there, all their brains are in a different spot, so they're not thinking.
Right.
You know, I've never, we stood there one time 15, 20 minutes, and there was literally half the tables were empty, and they would never seat us. And it's like, all right, we're getting out of here. This is stupid.
Yeah, no, me, Tom, and Brian, we got seated, but it was 45 minutes sitting at the table like, all right.
So let's be honest, the chicken wings aren't even that good.
Yeah.
You're going for scenery, and if the scenery is horrible, what are we doing there?
I forgot the Mexican restaurant that's down the street from there, but it was really good.
Yeah, we went to a couple was it 8th Avenue, right off the beach.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty good. Mexican restaurant. Their margaritas were the bomb.
Oh.
And then I think that was Thursday night, maybe. And Saturday night we went to the sushi place, which was actually right next door.
To Beach
And
Hobbies?
a lot of the AE guys ended up showing up.
Uh-huh.
So we had a few beers.
So they got a sushi place next to the Beach Hobbies, or?
No, it's down on like 8th Avenue and right at the beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything's over there, like going up to where the strip's at.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And there was one particular AE driver. He might have had too many beers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll just we won't say names to protect the innocent.
Right. Have you ran Exalt Motors yet?
No. They're selling as fast as he's getting them right now. You know what I'm saying? So I just technically got the contract last week. So last night I ordered the wife.
Tell her I said it.
I ordered a motor. I ordered a servo and some sensor wires.
Okay.
Yeah, his stuff's going pretty quick.
I wonder if he's got them gold sensor wires. Man, I like that gold sensor wire.
No, I think they're black. I'm pretty sure they're black. He's got a lot of cool swag. I was checking it out. Of course, I already got a couple of hats and shirts. I wanted to get a hoodie.
Hey,
I'm going to the
speaking of
Flash
product,
race, so I was trying to get all that stuff ready.
Speaking of product,
yeah,
you let me run your tire sauce at the Nationals, and I like your tire sauce. What's the deal on the tire sauce?
Well, if you see me at the track, I usually have it with me, and it's $10 a jar. But
Okay.
I haven't have it up for sale because I technically don't have a website to sell it.
Okay. So if they see you at the track, say, "Hey, I want to try your tire sauce," just come up to you.
Yeah. Bring cash. Cash talks.
No, that Cash App.
No, I got Cash App and PayPal also.
Oh, okay.
I was just being funny. I'll take all your money.
All right. Well, so you home now?
I am. Yeah, we'll have to do part 2 or 7 or 8 or whatever it is tomorrow.
Okay. Well, thank you, O.
All right, buddy.
All right now.